What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Help My Husband's a Car Guy podcast. I'm super excited for these two lovely people to be on my podcast today. Me and my husband met them during Rally. I want to introduce Brittany and Tyler, everybody.
Hi.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, I'm super pumped. These beautiful people are freaking awesome. Every single time we go to Rally, we just get so encouraged by you. Like, literally, okay, so I was actually watching some of the videos that me and Clint filmed.
Okay.
Of just, like, us when we were there.
Yep.
And, like, of the high fives and, like, how you come up to Clint and you're like, dude, you were faster than last time. Like, you're really fast.
I'm watching his lap times as much as I'm watching Tyler's. Like,
Dude,
the competition between those two
it's
is so good.
It is so good, but, like, it's so, like, I feel like me and Clint have gained like true friends because you guys are so encouraging every single time we go and you guys are there. I get really excited because you just have a light about you two, especially as a couple, and seeing you guys just be there together like me and Clint, it's really awesome. So I definitely enjoy your friendship. Yes. And then also love seeing you guys out there. Absolutely. Just kicking ass, dude. Dude, I know, no, seriously. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, so we're going to get into it, let you know a little bit about what they do, about what they drive, the cars, all of it. So first question, how did you two meet? Or when did you guys meet? Or that little spiel?
So I guess long story short, we both work in the film industry. I'm on the production side of things. He's on set side of things. So we met on set way back in 2016.
Okay.
I was a little production assistant and he was the key grip in charge of like lighting and things like that, and just kind of crossed paths and aww, hey, how you doing, should we hang out, that sort of thing, and here we are 8.5 years later still together. So
I love it. Me and Clint actually met at our first job.
Amazing.
So I was a server, he was a dishwasher, and I was like, oh, hey. He had, I think I said this on another episode, but he had swoopy hair. Oh, he looked like Zac Efron. It was so funny. With the hair. And I was just like, dude, who are you? And I wasn't even like, whatever. He was just like a friend.
Right.
And then he was like, hey, you want to hang out? And I was like, sure, you seem pretty cool. And we just started talking every single time we were at work. And just it blossomed. Like, hey, should we hang out?
Right. Let's start a life together. Yeah. Let's have a beautiful baby together. Yes.
Honestly, was not even expecting that. Was not even looking for him. But it just ended up working out. Yeah. He ended up being my best friend and just my confidant, somebody that I can hang out with and just have a really good time. So yep. I married him, you know.
Yeah, you did okay. Yeah.
But like you said, 8.5 years later, that's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you guys are located where, if you don't mind telling people? Which area?
LA based. We're kind of out in the Deep Valley. So we're, I guess, semi-closest to Santa Clarita, kind of.
Okay.
Upper Valley area.
Just so that, like, if anybody is interested in, like, Rally and stuff, they know that from that area you can also travel. Exactly. We have people from all over, guys, that will make the drive. Like me and Clint, actually, there's going to be a race soon that we plan on, you know, like Arizona for Prescott or Jawbone. Like, I don't even know exactly where that is still in California, but it's not close. So, like, people make the drives for these events, and it's such a great time. So I'm so happy that you guys found each other because you guys are pretty cool people.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you guys are still in the film industry, correct?
Yep. Both actively still in it. It's not the busiest year it's ever been. It's been a little bit slow, but we're both still very much in it. I've taken up a second job at a special effects makeup house that I do 9 to 5 every day. So like I get to do spooky, scary music type stuff, movies and that side of stuff. So it's a very fun side thing when commercial land is quiet. But both still very much in it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so my next question.
Yes.
Who got into Rally? Who got into it first? I mean, hey, there's you know, I talked to one of the other women that were on the show, Brianna, and she actually, her husband, got into it, she was in it first. So that's why I'm asking.
It's a great question. You?
I mean, I was doing car stuff, and then we crashed the car and had to start over.
Oh no!
We'll come back to that.
absolutely. You're not just gonna crash the car and then you're gonna go over that. No, we're gonna talk about that.
So really, when I met him, I wasn't super into cars. I just like it's a utility. It's not really anything that I need to get my hands into or whatever. And then I met him,
that
right? Like it was a utility. It's a thing you drive to get to work every day and reliable. And then it was like, oh, you can get skills from learning with your partner and learning on your own and wrenching on your own and figuring those things out that can lead to you getting your own project car, maybe someday. Maybe.
You're funny. Tell me why Clint's like, project car for you. Yeah. For you.
I resisted for the longest time, and it's a love-hate relationship, but I do have one of my own. We'll circle back to that, I guess.
Wait, what? Okay, so project car and accident. Yes, we're coming back to that. Okay.
Lots to come back to, I guess.
So, but Tyler, you were...
Yeah.
So I was doing like autocross track day stuff.
Okay.
And then...
Oh, you did autocross.
Yeah, that's kind of how So it started with a Jeep, and I was doing the Jeep thing. Then I didn't really have any Jeep off-roading friends. So then I was like, all right, well, maybe I want to try and go fast. So then I got into autocross, because that's kind of the entry thing. Mm-hmm. And then started to do that, and that evolved into track days, and then track days
evolved to rally.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you got actually that leads kind of into like a second parter. How did you find out about rally? Like, did you just happen to be looking, or did you have like a buddy or somebody that was in it?
I've always kind of known that it's existed.
Okay.
But I got caught in one of the YouTube wormholes, you know, where it's like, oh, I'm bored, just turn something on, and it was like, 2020 Crash Fest or whatever, and you watch those and you're like, oh wait, this is kind of cool. And then you're like, oh, there's parts where they don't crash that are also cool. Right. So then you start just watching like rally highlights, and I was like, okay, maybe I could get into that. And then you kind of do some research on stage rally, and that was out of my budget. So it's like, well, I'm doing autocross, I bet I could do rallycross. And then so I started looking into that. I went down that path, and I'm here.
Wow. Now, how long have you been doing like rallycross? And autocross, because I didn't even know that you were doing that.
Yeah, so I had the E36 in 15?
I think, yes, right before we first got together.
Yeah. So then that was until like 2019, 2020?
18's when the accident happened.
Okay. So
and then you got the E46 from there and kind of went to rally once you got the E46.
And then there was the Subaru for a little bit.
Oh, yep. There was a Subaru in there, too.
Subi gang!
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so I bought that to try out rallycross.
Okay.
Because I had the E46, but I didn't really think I could make that a rally car. So I got the Subaru, and then I did Dirtfish, and then I did the season with the Subaru, and decided I liked rear-wheel drive, so I sold that, and then put my eggs into the E46 basket.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Dude, you guys got to check him out. He really is fast. It's so funny because when Clint first started rally, I feel like obviously, like you've seen the first baby that he had, the 8.6, but he was still trying to get used to driving that thing because, he's sliding his butt everywhere, And so, but then I feel like after the whole accident with his foot and stuff, and he got back into the car, he was like, all right, I'm coming full force. And then he really started to know his car a little bit more. And he's like, I feel like I'm getting quicker. He's like, but I'm still dragging ass, literally, because he's like sliding. Yeah. So, but you were, hella faster. I still did not get a ride along with you, so
whenever you're ready, kick me out. You're welcome.
Yes,
anytime.
It's my turn. Yeah, dude, it's so cool to just see you on the track too, and like I get really excited when I see you out there.
You want to see your friends succeed. So exciting to see Clint do stuff. It's exciting to see Nick and Nathan and all the other guys and Bree and see the girl power out there and just the community of everyone encouraging each other and just
and that's why I like rally so much because I feel like everybody is there just to have a good, like they're there to win, but they're there to have like a really good time. Yeah. And they're like dude, you did better than before. And it's like just really to like uplift everybody. And it's a beautiful feeling, and it just really does feel like a community. Absolutely. So I really appreciate that. I love that so much. Okay, so that's how you got into rally. Did not know that. So tell me a little bit more about autocross. Like, how long have you been doing that, or was it just kind of like something that you tried, or?
No, I was like getting into it. You know, I'd modified the car for that kind of thing. And
which car did you modify?
It was the E36 M3. I had a 98.
Nice.
It was a lovely car. The guy I bought it from, I told him I was going to do race car stuff with it, and he was like, "Oh, yeah. I mean, sure, it's your car. You know, like it was his baby. He was like his weekend baby. He was like OEM only kind of guy, like you know." Weekender, and I was like, yeah, so I think I'm gonna rip out the carpet. And
you're like literally
traumatizing.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, sad violin. The vibes. He's just like, oh my god, this guy's coming to some my car. Yeah. No, dude, that's awesome.
But you know,
I'm happy that you did that.
I bought the car for that. That was like my car to like learn motorsports and modifying cars and just getting into the world. And the E36 is great for that. It's a Swiss Army knife. It can do whatever you want it
to do. Dude, that's freaking awesome. Okay, so my next question, it's gonna be for Tyler. Okay, so what car do you drive currently now, and what do you like and dislike about your car?
So I have a 2005 BMW 330i.
Okay.
It's a great car. Been super reliable. I like it because it's rear wheel drive. I got that smooth inline 6 power manual transmission. I mean, like I'm not a BMW guy, but it checks all the boxes.
Okay. So that Clint was actually a Beamer guy for like the longest time. And then when he was looking at cars, he's like, this Toyota. He's like, but he had a truck before that was Toyota. Like they're really good cars, good brand. But like, you know, to race. And he didn't fix up. He has an E30 and he hasn't fixed that up. So he's like, okay. And he needed we wanted to get him like a better daily driver. So he deserved it. He worked really hard. I was like, get a newer car. I've had a newer car before. So that's when he found the 8.6. And I'm really happy that he did. Yeah. But he is a BMW guy. So I was just curious if you were a Beamer guy. But okay. And now, is this your daily or?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is my weekend only car.
Okay.
Yeah. I had something.
What do you dislike about the Beamer?
What I dislike about it? I mean, I don't really have a whole lot. I mean, it's been kind of a pain because not everybody does this with this car. Okay. So like finding parts are kind of hard. Like I had to get the skid plate custom made. Okay. I custom order the coilovers, and it's a little bit of, you know, figuring out my own path, but that's also kind of fun.
Yeah, honestly.
It makes a unique build and a unique experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because everyone's like, hey, I mean, Clint's car is pretty much stock. Mine is all stock. I need new tires. I want new tires so bad. But also, I don't even know if I really want to keep my car. I'm thinking about trading mine. Every single time I get a car, I'm like, this is nice. And then a couple of years later, I'm like, oh, yeah. What about a different one? And
we were talking about that the whole way here. I was like, oh, do I want a new car?
No, it's so funny. Okay, so how me and Clint got my Subaru, we actually went camping with some friends. Yeah. And I think it was Labor Day weekend. Stop it. It was Labor Day weekend. And we happened to just be, you know, driving. And Clint was like, dude, this car is not like good at all. So it was my Camry. Loved that car. But I was pregnant at the time. And he's like, you need something more reliable. The brakes suck. He's like, we need something bigger.
Safe for the baby.
Yeah. And so then he's like, hey, and then a Subaru happened to drive by. Then another Subaru and another Subaru. And we kept seeing Subarus. All you saw. And I think it was just our subconscious, like fixated on Subarus anyway. But that's all we saw on the freeway, guys, I swear. And I was like, he's like, want to go check out the Subaru dealership? I was like, yep, why not? I was like, I actually like that model. So we actually went in and looked at some cars. Obviously, Clint was drawn to the wagon. Yep. No. I was like, sir. He's, oh, but like, and he sat in it thinking that was going to make me want the wagon even more. And I was like, no, sir, because you're going to want to like trade it and make it a big, race car. But I was like, remember, I'm pregnant. So we kind of need this as a baby car. Right. And we ended up getting the Crosstrek, and I love it. And now I see Crosstreks at Rallycross. Oh, yeah. Yes. And I'm just like, dude, this is really cool. So I don't know, maybe another Crosstrek. I've seen Outbacks. Well, not there. Or there probably has been Outbacks, but I mean, it's a little bit longer. I don't know if I want to stay with Subaru. Right. I really love Subaru. Subaru, you're great.
It's a great, reliable brand.
Yes, absolutely. But who knows? Yeah, where I decide to. I definitely need to get back out there driving. It just sucks because I haven't been in a while. So I think this actually leads into my next question. And this one is for you, my darling.
Okay.
Brittany, tell everybody, do you drive? And if so, what is... Okay, wait, no, this is wrong. Oh, yeah. Okay, so do you drive? And if so, what has your experience been like? And if not, do you ever think that you will drive or get behind the wheel?
I also have a project car on the side.
Yes, so that's right.
Back to the circling back, which we'll circle back again.
Yes.
But after the accident that we had in his E36, I was more upset about it than he was.
Okay.
Because I loved it. Like, being born in the 90s, it just checked all the boxes. It was cute. It was fast. It was 90s flavor, everything. And I loved it.
You guys, I still want a bug, okay? Like, I was also born in the 90s. I'm not going to age myself. But yes,
yes,
cute little
about
cars.
it. Something about the cars in the 90s. Yes. Okay. So I absolutely loved the car, and I was more upset about totaling that car than he was.
We definitely got to get into
that. We'll get there, yeah. Okay, we'll show you the video and everything. We've got the GoPro footage. But after that accident, I was like, I love that car. Like, I need one of my own. Like, I couldn't get it out of my head that I needed an E36 now. Like, he was moving on. It solved the problems for, like... It served its purpose for him, but I needed something. So I searched Craigslist for a while and stumbled upon a 97 BMW M3 E36 automatic. I don't like driving stick. It causes me major anxiety. So I was just like, I'm going to wait and see if an automatic pops up. And it finally did. And it all worked out. And so I have that at the house. I've stolen his wheels. Since he's mostly rally and everything now, he didn't need his track wheels. He didn't need his cool wheels, so I stole those for my car. Just like you guys, we got a stack of tires in the house that the cats sleep on. So like, it's just like it's.
Ollie climbs like it's a
like a jungle gym. Yeah, it's fine.
He's like, totally Daddy's fine. Daddy's wheels. I'm like, sure,
kid.
And then I'm like, where is Oliver? And he'll pop out of the wheel. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
But I've never, I ride along with him constantly in all sorts of different racing, autocross and track and all that stuff. And of course, rally right along with him, but I've never had the guts, had the balls, whatever you want to call it. My anxiety overrides too much for the actual driving. Okay. So I'm more like weekend driving, canyon driving. Like being in LA, we can go drive down Topanga, down to the ocean and do a little PCH cruise. So now, more of a canyon.
Or just more of like you
just chilling,
just driving,
just driving, just enjoying the car, enjoying what the E36 was built to do, the fancy sort of that style of stuff. But I've learned the whole agreement between the two of us is like, yeah, I'll help you, but it's your car. It's my car. Was his whole thing of like, I will support you, but you're the one that's going to wrench on this thing. Yes, he has the knowledge from having that beforehand, but like, you need to know how to change your tires. You need to know how to put it up on a lift. You need to change your oil. You need to do these things. Like, I will teach you those. And over the years, I've become a princess that'll be like, babe, will you please change my oil?
And you know what? I need to be better because
it's
Clint
so
is the one that I'm definitely. It really is, because then you don't like really have to rely on anybody else to do stuff for you.
And even it translates to like real life, where in your Subaru, like my Mazda that I daily drive, like if I get a flat tire, I know what to do. I don't need to call AAA. I don't need to call Tyler. I can pull over on the side of the road and change my tire myself because I have those skills. Being part of the community, learning from friends, learning from him, I've learned I can do this. I don't need nobody. Like,
right?
I'm strong on my own, but it's beneficial to have him in my life.
You know what? I guess you inspired me to do some more work on my car. Not all the work, Clinton. You will still be doing some work. No, know, but like I love
it's fun.
that.
And it's fun to get your hands dirty. And there's even been times on set of like someone punctured their tire in crew parking and they're like, oh man, like I need to change my tire. I'm like, I got you, don't worry about it. And the whole transpo department's like, who are you? Where did you come from? How do you know how to do that? I'm like, I got this. Everybody go work. I'll change this tire.
That's
like,
so funny. It reminds me of a movie. Who are you? Where did you come
from? Like, no, it's nice to have. It's a lot of skills that I've learned thanks to him, and it's fun to have. I mean, my master doesn't have as much fun and zip and everything like that, so it's fun to have a zippy, fun car to drive on the weekends and. It's a very love-hate relationship with my E36.
Oh,
so, like, there's a check engine light on right now, and I was like, I don't want to drive it because it's got a check engine light on. Like,
girl, my brakes have been out for like that. They're not out because I still drive my car clearly, but they're not in the best condition. And I'm like, I need to fix those like now, like yesterday. But whatever, I totally get that. Yeah. So it's a love-hate relationship.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Fix it, but
a second half of the question, I will eventually get behind the wheel. I'm slowly getting over my anxiety and my scaredy catness of,
but that's okay.
All of that.
I don't want people to feel like, because there's probably people out there that are just like you that are like, oh, I don't really know if I want to drive or so. I feel like being passenger princess is the best way, or getting ride-alongs from like people that even if you just go to events, like go to an event and just say like, hey, I think your car's really cool. Do you mind if I just sit in the passenger seat?
And hop in with anybody.
And everybody's like super awesome. So if you sit in the passenger seat, you can kind of see and get a feel for how it would be. And it's such a thrill, guys. So I'm really happy.
Eventually I'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
And we've already kind of promised each other that we're going to work on it, and we're eventually going to do a race against each other. I don't know how soon that is, but
honestly, I just got to fix up. Okay. we got to pick a race and be like, I have to have stuff done this race. And then it's on. Yes. Okay. Because I'm super, I miss racing actually, and I never thought that I would race. But just to know that somebody like isn't ready just yet doesn't mean that you won't ever do it.
Exactly.
So it's I hope that encourages people out there. If you're sitting and watching or listening, just know that maybe right now is not the time, but a little bit later it can be. So I don't want to forget, because I need to know about this accident, because I feel like I will go off on a tangent and then not know.
And then we'll run out of time and we have no idea.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to tell it first?
Please tell us.
Was it Buttonwillow?
Yeah.
Is that where we were?
Yeah.
He didn't do track days very often. But it was one we drove out the night before. I drove out in a separate car. We slept in the back of my Lexus the night before so we could be ready for track day. And we were ready to go. And he did some laps on his own and everything like that. And he's like, I don't know. I was like, I just want to do one lap, just like 1 or 2 laps. And as track days go and all that sort of stuff. And so it was our second to last lap of the day.
Okay.
And
were you racing, or was it just...
It was just a regular track day.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
multiple cars out there in the sessions, all that sort of stuff. But I'm sure you'll be able to tell, like on a map or in your brain, like specifically what corner it was. But we came around a corner, a slight bit of an uphill, let off the gas, and it swung the back end around. So we slid off track into the dirt, and it had rained a couple of days before, and so like the underneath of the top layer of the dirt was dirty, and then it was really muddy underneath. And so as we spun into the dirt, tracks here, and we're sliding that way, it gripped the passenger side wheels and rolled us twice. And then we landed right side up, thankfully, and we had the GoPro going. So we saw that we like hit the dirt going 100 miles an hour, flipped twice, and landed right side up. And he had his window down, and so like your body's obviously in shock, and we're like, okay, we landed, okay, we're cool. I see like he has like a strip on his arm of dirt that came through, but it looked like he had shattered his arm. So automatically my brain was like, oh my god, he can't work anymore. Like, just immediately start panicking, not thinking about myself. And he's this like calm cucumber of just like, we're okay, I'm okay, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine, like I want to get out and look at the car. Is the car okay? And he's like, no, like we need to wait for the paramedics to come. We need to wait for the ambulance. They need to get us out. Like, we just need to sit here. And he just, like, kept a completely level head. And I was just like, I just want to see the car. Like, I was more scared about the car. And it hit the front passenger's corner. Yeah. And that's how it rolled. So most of the damage was to that front corner and then the top roof where I was sitting. Car wasn't caged yet. Nope. That was next. We didn't have it, so it's just regular seatbelts, regular car stuff. We had race seats in it, but beyond that, it was pretty standard stuff.
So was the whole like frame like? Did it damage the frame? Because I mean, you guys flipped right?
Twice, rolled over completely twice. But
I'm sorry, my mouth. I picked up my mouth. Sorry, if you're
that's how
listening, you don't see my face, but if you're watching, I'm like,
yeah.
So as far as rolls go, it was like pretty easy. I don't know what, it was pretty like mild.
Yeah.
So we went into the dirt sideways and the tires dug in and that basically popped us up. And that kind of, we sort of rolled off of the front strut tower and like maybe a little bit of the roof. And that kind of continued it, but we just like landed on the wheels and.
Yeah. We both walked away. My door was like wedged closed. The paramedics had to wedge it open to get us out, but we both walked out completely okay.
You were a little bit more beat up than I was.
But I mean, it all happened on the passenger side, so of course. But like, I had like bruises from the seatbelt, and my neck was super sore because I mean, we had helmets on, of course. So when I saw it start to happen, he has the steering wheel to hang on to.
Yeah,
I don't have anything, so I dropped the visor on my helmet and just like curled into a ball as best I could. Just like the seat's tight, it's a race seat, so like I knew I'd be safe in my race seat, but that's all I had. So I got a little bit more like neck hurtness, but like I went to work the next day. I was super sore, but like we both walked away just fine. We left the car there at the track at one of the vendors, like we'll come back for it in a couple of days or whatever, and we towed it home and then ended up selling it to Castro.
Yep.
Who's a big
car.
As a parts car. It was easier to just like, this car served its purpose, let's get rid of it and start over sort of thing. So
R.I.P.
I know.
Looking back, I probably could have saved it or at least turned it into like a Lemons car or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the skills. I didn't have the knowledge at the time. So it's just like,
and that takes a lot of work too. Like doing your research, but then like not having that car for a while, you know? So it's just, it would be best to kind of cut your losses and
it all happened so fast. It was like a matter of 10 seconds of like, oh, this is happening to, oh, that happened. Like it was so incredibly fast and like very thankful that he's as good of a driver as he is and it wasn't worse. Like grateful that car held up the way that it did. Grateful for all the personnel and everything like that.
Oh
like
my
to
gosh.
look back on.
And so the goal was to eventually like cage it, right?
I mean, that was the path I was going down.
Okay.
You know, it's like you get your tires and your wheels, and then you add coilovers, and then you put seats in it. And you're like, well, now I'm going kind of fast. If I'm doing, 100 plus at a track, I should probably get a cage.
Cage, of course.
And so
just
it was
for
like,
safety.
all right, in the future, we'll get there. And I just hadn't gotten there yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys.
All the crazy stories. We were totally fine.
I mean, I would say that there was only one other time, but we were in Clint's truck. Okay, this is like the truck that I met him. Like it was a Toyota. That clutch was crappy, man. Like that car was just beat. But it was his first car that he like got for himself.
Yeah.
And he loved off-roading that thing. And I was absolutely terrified. Only not because it was off-roading, but because it was just like not reliable. You guys, that thing broke down.
Fair.
So I remember one time we went, this is when we were like dating. So of course he was like, hey, what are you doing? And we were hanging out. So we went off-roading in a dirt field by his house around 2 a.m. Wow.
And you do.
And then next thing I know, he's like drifting the car, going super fast. And then next thing you know, all you hear is ka-toom. And I'm like, what just happened?
And a bunch of wheels?
No, I think, oh my gosh, I forgot exactly what happened, but we could not drive. I don't know if it was like a wheel bearing or something. No. So we were stuck in that field, guys. And I was like,
all the night.
And he goes, well, my buddy lives down the road. We could walk over there. We walked to his house. He tapped on the window, was like, hey man, can you help us out? So I know what it's like
you
to,
get it. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Also, another time we were on our way to Six Flags. It was actually Clint's birthday. My alternator went out. Next thing I know, but I was in the fast lane. And we were going, so we were heading to LA, and next thing I know, my lights were doing this little,
oh no,
like, it was on and off, and I was like, what is happening to my car? And it was like, toot. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I had to put on my hazards, but because it was still bright outside, no one could really see my lights. God. So it just looks like I'm being the butthole. That's just sitting in the fast lane. Yeah. And people were cussing us out. Like, we got out of the car, and we're like, just pass us. And we're like, and so next thing I know, I got really mad because Clint gets out and he's like, hey, like, we can't move. And then people are still yelling at him. So then Mama Bear comes out. And I was like,
don't talk to me like that.
And so I got mad. And I was like, not every word, you know. So anyway, I was just yelling at people, and we had to wait for a tow, and that was not fun. So
stressful.
I mean, but we never flipped the car.
I don't recommend it.
We've had a fair share of breakdowns, but yeah. Wild, guys. Okay.
Yeah, we'll give her the video and pictures and stuff.
Yes,
like that.
absolutely. Yes, so I'll make
sure
to put it in the links below so that you guys can go ahead and view that. Yeah. But if you are looking to do anything a little extra crazy racing, make sure that you guys put a cage in.
Yes, just be safe. Wear your seatbelts and helmets. Cool.
Okay, so what was well? I guess we already got into the.
Yeah, we covered the scariest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the scariest moment? Okay, do you guys have any scary moments like by yourself? Like, what is the scariest moment like driving? You would say just like your individual cars, or if that was it, because that seems like one of the scariest moments. Good gracious! Oh my gosh,
that's probably the scariest moment for me.
Yeah,
really, just like, and I think that's part of my anxiety and holdup of racing and rally specifically, because we rolled in the dirt and it was, as a passenger, out of my hands completely. I'm just along for the ride. And so I think that that's my mental block, and my anxiety is the source of, like, beyond hating driving a stick, I just don't like it. It's just extra stressful. I don't like it. So beyond that, like, it's a little bit triggering with the dirt, but like the more you ride with people and all the different cars and the different styles, and like, I rode with, God, what's his name? Kevin in the side-by thing. Oh, yeah. That thing rips. That thing's terrifying.
You guys, that, when it's like on two wheels.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's nice to be in an enclosed car. I did a ride along with Kevin a couple rallies ago at Antelope Valley, and it was the fastest, most exhilarating lap I've ever taken at a rallycross before, but that was way too triggering.
Why is that giving me? Like, it's making my hands sweat.
It's clammy. Like,
I watch them, and those things rip. Like, what are they, Can-Ams or whatever?
Yeah.
Side-by-sides. Yeah, and they're just ripping through it. But then you see them go on two wheels, and you're like, that thing is still moving. Like, I don't know. It does. I'd rather be in a closed car.
I would rather be enclosed.
But, Kevin, I would also like a ride along.
It was so much fun. You absolutely should. Yes,
okay.
Yes,
I definitely got to get one then.
What about you? What's your scariest moment?
Probably that.
Yeah.
I haven't had too many other close calls or anything. I definitely had some flashbacks. So, like, got into rally or went to an event to, like, figure out if I wanted to do rallycross, and rode with somebody who is very experienced stage rally car. And I remember sitting in the passenger seat, and I guess I didn't realize how sideways all the cars get. So, like, he threw it into the first corner. And to me, it was like flashback city, you know, because you're looking out the passenger side window, and they're just like the cones and the dirt. And you're like, oh man, here we go again.
Yeah, been there, done that.
So that just kept sliding through everything.
Oh my!
And for me, it was a like get back on the horse kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm terrified, but I know I can make it through this.
Oh my!
You know, I got to get to the other side.
That was after the accident.
Yeah, I'd maybe done like one autocross event and one track day.
Okay.
Getting back into it, but like being in the dirt, going sideways, the gravel's going by the window. Yeah. You're like, I'm back in it.
It's very flashback. It's very flashback.
The PTSD.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes only do 2 or 3 laps with him. So like I can hop out and take pictures and videos and stuff like that for him. And some days it's just like, my tummy says flashbacks today. I'm not gonna do any more ride-alongs. And then there's like in San Diego, I rode every single lap.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. But I mean, I guess that's what trauma is. Like sometimes it affects you and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, now that makes so much sense. Like would not want to drive. And also, when you said the stick, like, I just want to go a little bit off on tangent.
Yeah.
So I am currently learning stick. Haven't done it in a while. Schedules have been crazy and just trying to get back in the swing of things. But once I guess you get the feel for it, it becomes like a routine, like just habit. And I was talking to Tati, who was on the show, and she was just like, you just got to keep doing it. You know what I mean? And so I know that, like, once I continue to keep going, it'll just become like
it's just a reflex.
Yeah, it'll be a reflex. Absolutely. But at the same time, it does scare me. Absolutely. And I stall that damn thing all the time. And it's so frustrating. And I'm like slightly embarrassed because it looks like I don't know how to do it.
I told him, I was like, it makes me feel like a failure and it's embarrassing.
And I'm like, everybody's watching me drive.
That's the great thing about the rally community is that, like, no one there is going to shun you. No one there is going to judge you for this. Like, even like Jimmy and Ryan, like, when you wanted to get in the car the first time and race, and they were like, no one else race. Bree is going to race right now. Like, let her have her lap. And I know that they would do that for me when I eventually get to that point and all those things. But, like, no one's looking at you as a failure. Yeah. No one's judging you for anything. Like, everyone's learning. Everyone's having fun. Like,
so true, though.
You can, and each car is a different experience. Like, I hadn't ridden with Clint until, like, 2 rallies ago. I'd never been in his car, and you weren't there, and I was like, I'm gonna steal your spot. Like, text me.
I know, I saw your message.
I'm getting in the car, and he drives entirely different than Tyler. So even if it's front-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive, you're gonna get a different experience with those, but every single driver is gonna drive it differently too. And like you said, Clint's swinging the butt around, and it's much more like handbrake drifty, and he was in third gear the whole time. When I was with Tyler, he was jumping between gears and didn't touch. So it's just each driver's own skill set and their comfortability with their car. And so, like, okay, I know his stick's going to drive differently, and then Tyler's stick will drive. And so, like, it's getting comfortable with the car that you're in too. So, like,
absolutely.
I'll eventually I'll chug his car up in the start line every once in a while, and then I'll hop out and be like, okay, time for you to drive. Like, that's the extent of me driving your car. But
honestly, I feel like, you know, when you first started driving, you started like in a parking lot or something. Just any car. Start there. Like, I know that sounds like ridiculous and whatever, but like, if you are scared or if you're just learning and getting behind the wheel, I think just being in an open lot is like the perfect place. And then also do it in different do it on asphalt, do it on the dirt, do it just on, you know, anything that's different. And then you could see kind of how you can control your car on different types of foundation. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I definitely encourage everybody to, like, if you're curious about driving, just do it, you know? But it does take time. And so also don't just jump into it because you're like, I think I want to be a driver today. And then, you know, that's insane. Please don't. But if you have an urge and you want to, do your research. Absolutely. And then once you feel comfortable, find the car that you feel like that would fit you or you think is really cool. Do more research. Absolutely. And then after that, just kick ass and go have fun. Even like Tyler did, show up to an event with no intent to drive at all. Just show up, ride along, meet the people, learn about the cars, learn something that might work for you, and then decide if that's worth it for you or not. Because I met these pretty cool people, and I'm so happy that I did. You guys are freaking awesome. The rally friendships are the best. Okay, so I have something else to ask. Okay, so what other hobbies do you guys have besides driving? I do want to showcase other communities out there. So what other things do you guys enjoy doing? And it could still be like car related. So Clint also loves fabricating like on his car and welding and stuff. So I'm just curious what you folks like to do.
Same. I bought a welder a couple of years ago with the intent to like kind of hobby weld, but also use it for race car stuff. Oh, how cool! Yeah. Now, have you made anything yet, or? It's mostly just been furniture.
Yeah, he made our kitchen table. He made me like a window bench so we can sit by the window and have coffee in the morning. So he's like blowing it off like it's nothing. It's actually super sick. Dude, that's dope.
Oh, you know what? I did the exhaust.
Yeah, you did. He modified the exhaust.
Okay. I put in some strut tower plates.
Yeah.
So. Nice.
I've done a couple cars.
He originally got the welder for work only. And I was like, okay, how long is this going to last before he starts modifying his car? But no, he's been pretty good about it. But.
Dude, that's awesome. So what is like your goal with that? Do you want to be able to do like what else do you want to do with that? Or are you just having it and to see what comes of it?
I mean, it's fun, but the idea is to just do more car stuff.
Okay.
So, like, since they don't make a lot of stuff for my car, it's like, well, I got to make it. And then I could pay somebody a lot of money, or I could learn how to do it myself.
That's so funny. You and Clint, same mindset.
Okay.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay. What about you, Missy?
I read a lot. I do a lot of reading. A lot of reading.
I love that.
I didn't for the longest time. It was like you read as bunch as a kid, and you're forced to read as a kid. And I was like a book nerd, and then you kind of fall off of it. And then it was just like my sister had mentioned, like, oh, I'm doing a little bit of reading, and I'd listened to a true crime podcast, and
those are so good. Oh my
god, I love them.
They're so good. I just don't like when you're driving at night.
Oh yeah, no. There's sometimes you gotta turn it off.
That was the word. I was like, bad decision. Yeah. But I'm like looking around to see what's outside.
But there's a podcast that I listened to, a true crime podcast called Morbid.
Okay.
And it's two ladies, and their banter's just hilarious. I love their podcast. But one of them, she wrote a thriller style book, and I was like, I'll support the podcast by supporting her book.
Yeah.
I read that book in a day, and it just like ignited this obsession in me, I guess, that I haven't stopped reading since. So like if I'm not at work, even like in between races and stuff, like I'll have my Kindle app open and I'm just like reading on my Kindle.
I walked up on you and you had your Kindle. I love
everywhere I go. Like it's just like it's fun to.
You gotta give me some books.
So I'll give you a whole list.
Okay, that's perfect because I don't necessarily have like a particular genre. Same. I actually love reading too.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because when I told Clint, I was like, oh, I really miss reading, and he goes, when did you ever read? And I was like, before you. I was like, before you, buddy. Before I was busy with you and Oliver, I was like, I love to read. Yeah. And so I was reading, actually, I don't know if you know the author, Jodi Picoult. One of my friends actually started giving me her books. Nice. And her style is to pretty much share like the different characters. So you're reading from their perspective for all of like her books. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And so started reading a couple of hers. And so I really like it. All the tearjerkers too.
Oh my gosh. I'm not as genre specific either, but I mean, I love fantasy. I love thriller. I love romance. I love all of it. Okay. So it's just like
after this, you're going to give me a list.
Oh, girl, I'm going to give you I have a bookstagram dedicated to this stuff. Like,
yes, I think I actually follow that too.
All sorts of stuff.
Yes, so like, I'm definitely going to put your guys' social media so you guys can definitely check out their journey, their hobbies, other things that they like to do besides obviously coming to the races.
Yep.
But that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, one other thing, I love cooking, but I wish I could actually, like, I was cooking all the time, but I kind of want to like take a class or something.
That'd be so much fun.
I think it would be. And then just eat what I make. Yeah. Oh my God. That's the goal, is to have a chef.
Absolutely.
So this mama don't ever have to cook.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to cook anymore.
If I had endless money, I would absolutely have a personal chef to cook me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so my next question, what is something that you have learned that has helped you become a better driver since you first started? So this would be for Tyler.
I mean,
there's a lot of lessons learned along the way.
Yeah, because you start off and you sort of don't know what a car can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then between like ride-alongs and instructors and all this, you're like, oh wow, I can get on the brakes so much later.
Yeah.
Cars can hang out at the rev limiter for a little bit. It's like everything they taught you in like driving school. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh yeah, this is like
commuter
if you're
car.
playing it safe.
Yeah.
Like. Cars got a lot more in them. I think the biggest thing for me is like left foot braking. Like I love left foot braking. When you first start driving, they tell you not to do it. Don't learn it. And for street driving, you don't need it.
Yeah.
But for performance driving, like trail braking into a corner, you get things sideways, and you get on it, and you're just like, yeah.
No way.
When you're left foot braking, are you? I mean, I know each corner and each circumstance is different, I suppose, but are you taking your foot completely off the gas and putting it, or are you like, you see like WRC drivers, how they're like rolling their foot between keeping on the throttle and on the brake? Is that something you do quite often, or is it more one pedal versus the other?
Because I was going to actually ask if you could elaborate a little bit more on that, because I think Clint is trying to do that a little bit more. And I think when I have been passenger princess, he has been a couple times, but it hasn't been anything like super consistent.
Yeah, it's really hard muscle memory to learn because for driving clutch, you're pretty much just on or off, and like you first gear you throw, feed it in, all that. So then you have to reteach your left foot to sort of modulate the brakes a little more when it's used to sort of like all or nothing. And that's hard to learn. So the whole thing with left foot braking is that you don't have that time to travel between the gas and the brake, but you can also operate them at the same time. So you can be on the brakes and giving it gas with left foot braking. If you're just doing one foot, you have to be all the way off the gas to be on the brake, or all the way off the brake to be on the gas. But if you're using both feet, you can sort of, give a little bit of both.
In what circumstance are you touching both pedals? Are you both braking and throttling at the same time?
Mid corner is usually someplace where you're kind of dancing between the two.
Wow. Okay.
I cannot even comprehend I'm doing that.
I mean, me barely learning manual, I'm just like, I'm still learning this.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine the whole braking and like my brain, my mind. That's crazy. Okay. So you definitely feel like it's made you a better driver and to control your vehicle a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And how long have you been driving? Like all together?
I think we said we got the E36 in 2015.
Oh, okay.
So then, starting from that with autocross and then track days and transitioning into rallycross.
Dang, so almost 10 years of just...
God. Yeah, I guess.
Now that you think about it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, of just all types of driving.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's really cool. I mean, it just really depends on the type of car. I feel like I haven't driven enough to know the difference and how better of a driver I've become. But because you guys know where we live, the canyons, my lines have definitely gotten a lot better because of just driving at night and then during the day and kind of knowing where I can, like, how to control my vehicle because I've driven it for years.
How your vehicle feels, and like, and then you got the mentality of like, oh, I can apex here and I can brake here and I can do this. I'm like, I'm making that shit up. I don't actually know any of that. Those words that come out of his mouth. But knowing that basic knowledge and knowing the feel of your own car, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So it does make it a little bit easier so that when I'm driving his car, I'm like, okay, I just got to kind of get the feel for it.
How
but
it
then, into a different car and my driving and what it feels like if I do this, that I'm so used to my car that I transfer that over to his 8.6.
Yeah.
And I am really fortunate that my husband will let me drive his new car because not everybody does that. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who have their cars or their project car and they're like, I will never let my wife or whoever get in that car. But I totally get it. So I am really appreciative that he does that. And we definitely got a race. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
We're working up to it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my let me see. My last question for both of you. Okay. What do you both enjoy about rallycross? And I know we've kind of touched a little bit, but like if there's something that's super special to you both, I kind of want to know. And just to everyone out there that's like listening and watching, because if this is something that they're curious about, I want them to also come and join us.
Yes, absolutely. I guess the cheesiest answer for me is that I enjoy spending time with my husband. Cheesy, aw. But no, genuinely just the community and the people that are there. Yes, the cars are fun. Yes, the days are fun, but the community just is the kindest, most understanding and helpful people that exist. So like just come out and make new friends. You don't even have to like cars. You don't have to race in any cars, but just come hang out with the really cool people and the people from Rodnock that are in charge of everything. Like they've spent many years dialing this thing in to be able to put on the events that they do for us. I'm grateful for them. I enjoy them. I enjoy what they do, and just the community for me.
It's like the competition that brings me there, but I stay for the friends.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
We're all there because we like racing and seeing who's fast, but like in the end, it's like, oh, you went faster! Yeah,
I know.
That's what's putting smiles on everybody's faces. Yeah. So that's what I like.
Come make friends. That's the goal of it all, is just come make friends.
Yes, I would have to agree with both of these lovely people. I loved what you said the first time. It's time for you to, or it's a chance for you to spend time with your husband. Now, as cheesy as that sounds, it really does create that like bonding between both of you, because you found something that you both enjoy and you get to do it together, and you're probably learning so much from him. And he's also learning because he's watching, like it like, as I would say for Clint, he's probably seeing like how I drive, and you know, being able to teach me is also teaching him. Like, and so it's a great community also. And like our little one, he gets to grow up in this community and be able to, he always says, daddy's race car. So like if we're going somewhere, he's like, no, not mommy's car, daddy's race car. And he wants to go and drive in daddy's race car. So I think it's really beautiful. But like going out there, I love seeing all the people, and it's just their attitude and the way they just, you guys put smiles like on our faces, like when we see everybody out there, because everybody is like super excited and they will help you. Like that's the thing. I love that everybody is willing to just jump out of their car and be like, hey, what do you need? And you guys, I don't know, did we borrow tape or something? What was, I don't know, just borrow like equipment from each other. Like I just think it's freaking awesome. Like we are just able to help each other, and there's no kept hidden secrets to be better. It's just like you're all there to have a really good time, and I absolutely enjoy that, and I love these people. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and speak your truth and share with these people and how awesome Rally is, and just I've learned so much already about you guys on the podcast, so this is really awesome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, please make sure that you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out their video as well down in the link. Go follow them. And like I say every time, guys, go do something that scares you. If it's